Hickok 45 here, being tactical, being an operator, because I have a Warren Tactical version of the Springfield Armory Operator. All right, you want to come up and take a look at them? I know it's not the 1911, but hey, the world likes 1911s. A lot of people do anyway. This is a pretty gun. It's I wouldn't have thought so necessarily, but that OD green frame is I like that. I like that deep green in the black slide. But this is the it comes out of the custom shop, Springfield Armory. Totally, hand fitted according to specifications by Scott Warren. And he, if you don't know him, I didn't know him actually. He's a longtime competitor, world champion, IDPA. He was with the FBI for I think 24 years on the hostage rescue team. Then he trained the hostage rescue team. So he's a dude. I don't know him. I've never met him that I know of. I think I talked to him on the phone a while back. I didn't know because I had some Warren Tactical sights on a Glock that I took them off. I didn't like them on my Glock because they're a little bit higher, and I was just seeing if he had something with lower profile than what was on there. It was one I bought from 10 Outdoors 9. And so now I feel kind of bad that I was criticizing his sights, but apparently he's the real deal. I don't know him, but he gave the specs to Springfield Armory's custom shop, and so they made it's a combination. Okay, it's a joint effort, and I was not aware of the pistol, but it's pretty cool, and it's a 9mm and hand fitted. It's got the Warren Tactical sights on it, which are really good sights. When I had them on that Glock I got from 10 Outdoors 9, I loved the sight picture. Oh, just gorgeous, just beautiful. Just not minimal enough for me. They stick up a little bit, and they're a little bit, they just protrude. The thing about a plain old Glock is you don't want any edges on it. You get a little bit of edge here with these, although they're low profile. And what some of the specs, as you can see there, you got the serrations down the slide, his sights on this gun, even the color combination, and you see Warren Tactical on the front there. I don't know about the rail, but the checkering, the beaver tail, I believe, is not quite as good as not a Wilson, but a Ed Brown, but about the same. It's got a Smith & Alexander, I think, magwell on it, but all this has been fitted. It's not just slapped on there, because we used to slap those on when I was doing a little bit of PSC back in the late 80s and early 90s. It's a $2,000 gun. Okay, it's really, as I understand it, it's his specifications to make the kind of what you might consider the ultimate working 1911. Nothing that is unnecessary, but some really nice stuff. Okay, and got ambi safeties, thumb safeties, and all that. Let's shoot the thing a little bit more. It is 9mm. If you have never fired a 9mm 1911, you're missing out. Now they're fun. Why did I take my ears off? Did I think I had a suppressor for it or something? So nope. Okay, I got several mags here. Got a couple in my pouch there. Put those in my pocket. All right. Feeding it, what we're running through it, of course, are the 124 grain, and especially our viewers. All right, let me see if the sights are on. Let's see if I can hold it steady, even if they are on, because that's the most important thing, right? They're on, and well, they're nice. You can really see. Well, see, I'm about empty. I better not do that. Let's stick some little targets right there. Put that empty right there. Got that pot before he rolled away on me. Cool. Oh, you're not getting away, buddy. I can see you. Yeah, I can see you. Cool. It is, it's 9. You have 9 or 10 rounds. So, where did I put those mags? There we go. Oh, yeah, I'll put them in this pocket. that pocket was for the empties. I'm so tactical, aren't I? Let's get another loaded round. Pretty gun, feels great. All right. Oh, I see a couple of pots down there. See if we can pop one of them. They're kind of small. There you go. Okay. Take a sight picture. There you go, and pop it. Oh man, you get very, very little recoil with a 9mm 1911. And from folks I've talked to, reading on the internet and everything else, there is a resurgence of 9mm in the 1911. It used to be you almost couldn't find one, but more companies are making them now, and they're fairly popular. Okay, and I can see why. 9mm is a very, very popular round. And the 1911 is never going away. People just enjoy shooting them. So, you know, it's a nice combination. I know it's sacrilegious to some people. They think these things should only be 45. Let's go there to those red plates. All right, let's go for the little one. Nice. Let's wake up Mr. Gong. Yeah. You really feel like you just can't miss with it. I think I have another magazine actually. Yeah. 9mm. This thing is precision. You really get the feel. It is a $2,000 pistol. Feels good, and it's not missed a beat. I was shooting it before the video, and then of course I'm shooting it now in the video if you haven't noticed. And this truck's right on. Let's see if I have any more ammo here, not in a magazine. Oh, I know one thing I was going to do that I often forget is to try some hollow points. Yeah, 6 mags in it. So these are some Hydra shocks, just something that's hollow point, open up enough to test the feeding. If you were carrying this for defense, you'd probably have hollow points in it, right? These mags are either 9 or 10 round mags. I don't know, you can cram 10 into them, but it gets pretty weird on that 10th round. 9mm 1911 mags tend to be a little strange anyway. These are, I think they're Wilson Combat, yeah. Who makes some of the best 1911 mags out there. There's some other good ones. Just gonna put one more in there. That's it. Kind of weird. Okay, let's test the holler points. Let's see, since we have carry ammo in it, let's put it in a holster, this fine holster. I don't have a holster that will fit a 1911 with these big rails, so I have to go back to my do-all holster there. Okay, so if I were being attacked, threatened by that coffin, I'd just come and put some hollow points on the coffin, and they all fed through the dirty barrel, dirty ramp, which is another thing. I'm not going to take it apart. I noticed it is tight. It's not as tight as that professional model, you know, I had, if you've seen that video. But double check now. Yeah, we're clear. But the bushing here, I can get it turned, I can't get it all the way turned around. I need to put a bushing wrench on it. I'm not used to that. All the 1911s I have are not that tight, and so I never use a bushing wrench. I've got a brass one, but I don't want to scratch his gun here. This is it's like a new gun, so I'm not going to scratch it. But it has the GI bushing, so it's a standard operation as regards that. It does not have the full-length guide rod, which is something I like. One thing you can't see it too well, maybe, but inside there, you notice the ramp. It's a ramped barrel. Most of you know what that means. Well, maybe not most of you, but it's the feed ramp is part of the barrel. Okay. Sometime we have a gun out of the barrel out, I'll show you that. But a Glock is like that. You know, the ramp is on the barrel. It's part of the barrel. You know, but on 1911s, most of them, you know, the round comes up, it hits the frame and comes up and bounces, you know, feeds up into the chamber. Okay, but if you've got a ramp barrel, it's considered usually, I think, to be more reliable. I had a 38 Super I used to shoot a lot that had a ramp barrel, and I don't know, just being part of the barrel. I mean, the contour, you know, because one of the things with 1911s, and especially historically in the old days, you always had to have them polished, that ramp polished and maybe recontoured, especially a lot of the early 1911s, to enhance the reliability and the feeding of them, in an effort to make them more reliable. Most people would have that done if they didn't have anything else done to it. But a ramp barrel really takes care of that. Plus the newer 1911s, they're just made better. You know, you don't have as many feeding problems with them. Usually, I think it's with us, it's been most often an extractor issue if we have a feeding problem, you know, something like that. So, but anyway, that ramp barrel is very desirable, especially if you have a 1911 with an alloy frame. You know, I will never have another 1911 with an alloy frame. This is not alloy, but I'll never have one with an alloy frame unless it has a ramped barrel. Why? Because the round is not bouncing off the alloy, you know, going in. It's on steel, you know, the barrel. So a little tidbit there. I'll let you know. Let me load a couple more rounds. What else about this? Let's see. Let me look at it here. We're getting sun coming and going, like it tends to do every day, right? Nice checkering. The trigger job. Trigger is special. I mean, it is. It's hard for me to estimate. I don't have a trigger scale. Well, actually, I think I do somewhere in the barn, but it's perfect. It's probably around 3-4 pounds. Nice crisp break. There's nothing about this that you would not like, probably. I mean, it's just one of those 1911s where somebody, in this case Springfield Armory and Scott Warren Tactical, has said, what could we do to this 1911 to make it the perfect gun, more or less. Okay, now I would like it better if it did not have the rails, because I tend not to hang anything on there and it takes away from that classic contour, you know, of a 1911. But it's got everything that the checkering just fits like a glove. All right, let's put a few more in. I notice it doesn't really help much to use the Maglula loader on these, on really any 1911. They're so simple to load, especially the 45. So yeah. But the 9mm, they want to dive on me, nose forward or something. So I probably don't load as many rounds in there as I can. My ears off so I quit hollering at myself. Yeah, there we go. So, and I know a lot of people, when they hear, as soon as they hear $2,000 for a 1911, and they don't even like 1911s that much anyway, maybe, you think, okay, let's go away, stop the video, let's go have lunch. And I understand that that's a lot of money, and for an old design and all that kind of thing. But if you like 1911s at all, you may be in a position someday where you will want a premium 1911 and can afford it. Okay, just so don't judge too quickly on these more expensive 1911s, or any gun, I guess, for that matter. As you shoot a lot, if you're relatively new to shooting, as you shoot through the years, you'll develop preferences. Maybe a polymer pistol and M&Ps might be the only gun you care about. The Rugers or the Glocks or whatever, Springfield Armory polymer guns, and that's all you ever want. But then again, you might take a liking to 1911s, and you get your $500, $600 one, and you kind of enjoy it. You know, as time moves on, you learn to like them even more. Kind of like what happened to me with AKs. You know, I got a Wasser, shot it. I had 3 actually cheap AKs over the years, and I just gradually developed more affinity, more love for them. And one point I thought, you know what, these are just great. I want a really good example or sample of an AK. And I started looking around, researching who makes a really nice AK, you know, and I think I'm just going to sell the Wasser, and I may just have one. Of course I have 2 now, don't I? But but I want a really nice one. And you know, as time, you know, rolled on, and that may happen to you. Right now, you might be perfectly happy with a TSOS or a 4 or 5 or a Rock Island Armory, and it's serving you just fine. But yeah, I don't know, you get a little extra cash in 10 years or 12 years or 5 years, and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna look around and get me a really nice 1911. I just decided I need one of those sometime in my life. So you know, that could be you. You never know. All right, we got a few more mags. Let's shoot this thing some more. This is a fun gun to shoot. I'm just saying, when you get a gun that weighs as much as, I mean, it's the same size as a 45. There's no difference, and it's got some heft to it. In fact, it'd weigh a little bit more probably, because your barrel, the hole in the barrel is not as big. Do I need to explain why? And so you generally get a little more weight in the barrel, so they're actually a little heavier, if anything, than 45. So take a few shots here. Operator. I like being an operator. Okay. And this gun definitely makes me an operator. Makes me tactical. I'm gonna go over there again, see if I can pop a pig. See if I can operate on a pig tactically. Now, let's operate on that turkey over there. Okay, smart Ellie. You can hit the easier target. There we go. Got to take your time. Let's go for the chicken. Like I said, you got to take your time. I'm going to hit him, so hope you guys aren't in a hurry. I'm going to take the chicken out. This thing is right on. Okay, Mr. Chicken, we're going to have you for supper. Okay, just have to slow down, as I always advise. I'm going to go for some headshots on a couple of the rams. I don't know if they'll fall, but we'll at least make them mad, ruin their day. Hit the other one in the head. Yep. Okay, he doesn't want to fall. That's all right. Got a couple of mags. Let's reload it. And let's just pump out some. You want to? I mean, this thing is supposed to be tactical, and it's something an operator might want to carry. So let's put it back in the holster, this high-tech holster, and let's lay into something here. Like, you know what? You know what's bothering me? Those two propane tanks down there. They're kind of smart alecks, and they look threatening to me. I'm going to attack them. Oh well, 9 wouldn't knock them over. Well, lots of times things don't knock them over. They have so many holes in them that I think you go through the holes, and who knows, whatever excuse I have. But anyway, this is the Operator, the Warren Tactical version of the Operator, and it is a nice gun. I don't know if you've seen it or if you're even aware of it, but I mean, there's always a segment of you viewers out there who are interested in, you know, whatever it is that a firearm. So I thought since I had the option or the opportunity to shoot it, I would seize that opportunity and show it. I was not aware of this particular model, I have to admit, and really, really, really nice firearm. So again, it's not cheap, but it might be something that appeals to you because it is a I don't know, you call it, what do you call it, semi-custom maybe. I put it in a category maybe of the Dan Wesson 1911s we had. Those things, they're at the same price, you know, and you know, hand fitted and everything. So for a couple thousand, it's a lot of money, but you can get a really nice 1911. You just absolutely can. I mean, top notch. And then of course you can go on up to 3 or 3,500 too with the custom guns. But if you've got this kind of money to put in a 1911, you're not really sacrificing anything, that's for sure. It's an amazing gun. So fun to shoot, 9mm. Who'd have thunk it? Life is good.